Okay, so let's move on and talk about the sets. And sets in Python is probably not as popular as dictionary, but do want to talk about that because number one, sets use kind of the same algorithm at the back end compared to the dictionary. And number two, well, there are some really handy things that you can do with sets too. Okay, well, for the sets, well, they are a collection of the distinct objects. And then, if you consider Python as a collection of the key value pairs and the keys are unique, and then you can consider the sets as a collection of the keys, unique keys only. Okay, so that's my personal definition. So, well, for the sets, they also share kind of the cool things with the dictionary. For example, we only have the keys, we don't have values in sets. But if you want to do a lookup in sets, that's linear. If you want to do the insertion or deletion and in the sets, that they are also linear. Okay, and then here are some of the things I want to emphasize. The sets are unordered. Okay, so if you create a set and then you print that and you find some of the items of the order of the items are changed, don't be surprised because the collections are not ordered. Okay, and then the elements are unique. And for example, if I create a set with two fools here and here, and then when I print that and you see I only have one. And another thing you can do is if you have a list and then you want to filter out all the duplicated items. Okay, here is a nice trick. So you have this list, right? And then you can do a casting. So you are creating a set using a list, and then you will have all the unique values. And you see this one? Okay, so we have the foo at the first, and then we have the second foo. However, when I run this code, somehow the first foo is gone. So again, my point is that it's a unordered collection of the items. Okay, and then if you want to cast a tuple, so parentheses and the value separated by comma, that is a tuple. If you want to cast a tuple into a set, you can do this too. And for the set, there are really two handy things. And number one, that is if you want to do a union. So you join two sets together, and then if one item is in both of the sets, and when you do a union, it only show up once. Okay, and another thing is intersection. So if you want to do an intersection of two sets, and then you only keep the items in common in both sets. And for example, if we put all the students who got COVID this week and then into one set, and we put all the students in the swimming team in another set. Okay, the COVID patient in one set, and then the students in the swimming team in another set. And then if you do a intersection, what is that? That is the students who are in the swimming team, and they also have the COVID this week. And if this number is higher than 5, what does this mean? This means we have a cluster in the university swimming team, right? And this is true, unfortunately. Okay, well, anyhow, well, let's do a very quick sum up. And the cool thing about the dictionary is, well, we can do the constant lookup, the constant insertion, constant deletion, and also constant update. Well, and we are able to do this because we are avoiding the sequential searches, because we have a powerful hash function behind the scene, right? And for the set, well, it is also really handy because it uses kind of the similar hash function behind the scene as we do in the dictionaries. And well, for the set, remember union and intersection. Those are two really handy things you can do in the sets. And sometimes if you're doing the data series, you have that too in the pandas series. Okay, so well, this is the first portion of today's lecture, and I do want to go a little bit further and talk about more applications you can do with dictionaries. But it is already almost 1 a.m. and I want to go back to home and have a sleep, and I will continue tomorrow morning. Bye.